Hey guys, I just want to take a few minutes again to explain to you the shared Google folder that you are going to be receiving from me. I have created a shared Google folder for all of my students, and I've already placed documents in them for you to for easy start. So they are shared so that I can have access to them, you can have access to them, your parents can have access to them. So anyway, um, now yours may be in a different order and it may be set up a little different. If you'll notice right over here, there's a way you can sort these. Um, when you click on the arrow, you can sort the name in a little different way. Right over here on this little button, you can, many of my students have theirs listed like by the title of the document. I don't like that. I'm a very visual person. I like to see what I've got in here. So notice it's in a different order now. So I've got a folder up here and some files down here. Okay, now I'm going to show you really quickly the course guide. That's going to be your guide to what you need to get done with your courses. And I have a video that explains what that is. The grade sequence of instruction is something that you might read through once, but you probably won't look at that again. It just kind of gives you and your parents an idea of how instruction works on my end. I'm going out of order here. I downloaded a picture of my little grandbaby just to show you that I have students who will be doing some work and they may want to take a picture of their work or maybe a picture of an experiment, whatever it may be. It is your responsibility to get that uploaded to your shared Google folder. Okay, don't text them to me. I really had a hard time last year losing text pictures, things that wouldn't come through. I do not want that falling into my phone and going into the abyss and losing it. So it is very important that you know how to upload pictures and documents into your shared Google folder. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Here's the high school course guide. For some reason, that picture isn't showing up. Here's the 5th grade course guide. Okay, and so also what you're going to have in here, if you are 2nd through 8th grade for sure, you're going to have a document that has your IXL standards that you're going to use for the IXL program. So that's what this is. It's called Math IXL. Here's another course guide. Here are your book report forms. So depending on what grade you're in, you're going to be required to do book reports. And here's an example of some work that I uploaded that I did on the computer. So I was just going to let you know before I get into a bunch of all of this, here's how it works. You're going to get an email invitation saying that I'm sharing a folder with you. You need to accept it. If you do not have a Gmail address, sometimes that process is a little different, but you do need to accept it. Once you accept it, you need to bookmark it. So what I would do is once you are able to get into your file, you've accepted the invitation to share it, come up here and you can click the little star that if you hover over it, it says bookmark this page. So you can star that because you're going to refer to this often. In fact, you're going to be plugging grades into your course guide. I'm going to be putting information into these files. This is going to be like your homework center hub, I guess you could say. In a classroom, I had a homework basket where students turn their work in. This is very similar, and it's also going to be where I'm passing out papers to you. So if there's anything important, I can email it, but I will probably put it, if it's important and you need to refer to it often, it will go in this shared Google folder. So anyway, you need to bookmark it. So you can use that little star here, or you can come over here to these 3 little dots and go over here to the bookmarks and bookmark this page that way. Okay, so some computers will even let you, and I had a problem with Chromebooks, so I don't know if they still let you do it, but you can click and drag this right here out into your desktop and actually create an icon for it. So for example, I have an icon for Miss Green's classroom right here that I can get to pretty easy. So anything that I need on my desktop that I need to get to often, I'm going to bookmark it there. So anyway, when you get that, bookmark it, save it for easy access. Okay, you're going to have files already in here. What you're going to do as you upload work, you're going to make your own folders. I was going to make folders for every student for the entire year. And when I calculated how long that was going to take me, I think it was 300 and something folders just for the first semester, and I am just out of time. So I don't think it's too much to ask of you to create your own folder. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So you only need to create a folder if you have work to turn into that folder. If you're doing your work completely online in your Play-Doh or Compass or whatever, you're probably not going to have anything to turn in. So there's going to be a lot of weeks that we may not even need the folders. But let's say that you ended up having to type up a document for something. Maybe you did an experiment, you're going to upload the video, whatever it may be. What you're going to do is create a new folder. So you're going to go to new folder and give me the week of that you completed that. You want credit for it. And you're just going to type in that week. So September 10th through 14th, you're going to create the folder. There it is. Double click on it. And now you can add your files to it. So I add my files by clicking on the new. If it's a file that I've already completed, I'm going to upload it, and I can just choose it off my computer, what I want to add. If it is one I haven't started, so if it's a Google document, which is very similar to Microsoft Word, I'll create a new document, and I can just work on it in here. Okay, so miscellaneous doc. I don't know if that'll, okay. And then you can just type, oh, Lordy, your information here. Whoa. Okay. And then it automatically saves. So I can X off of this, and you're going to notice that it's here. Okay. So when I am looking at, when I pull up your folder each week to pull work from and to look at grades, I'm going to pull up only the week that I'm in. So if it's September 14th, I'm going to pull up this file and see if there's anything in it that I need to grade or give you credit for. Okay, and if it's not there, I will miss it completely. So make sure you're putting it in the right folder, and make sure it's not stuck down here, because I don't go through this. I just go through the folders. Now, if it's 6 weeks before you get to do anything else or have to upload anything else, you're going to just create a new folder for the next. So that may be October, let's see, 30th through November, I don't know, I have no idea, 4th. So that may be the next time you've got work in here. What's going to trigger me to look is if you have a folder created for that week. So the week that I'm going through every week when I'm going through students' folders, I'm going to be looking for that week to see if you have a folder. If you don't have a folder, I'm assuming you have nothing to turn in. Okay, now an example might be, here's an example, a student did some work off an online Spectrum workbook. They used DocHub, and they just wrote their answers on the paper. They uploaded it and put it in their shared Google folder, and this is as far as they got it. You can click and drag that over to the week that it needs to go in. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to create it in there for it to go there. You can create it wherever you want in your Google Drive, and you can just click and drag it in there. And you can see that when I get ready to grade that week, there that is. I can grade it. Easy breezy. So new file upload is going to be your big one, because that's going to be for documents that you already have created somewhere else. It can even be the Microsoft documents like Excel and Word. I don't see a lot of folder uploads, but I do see a lot of Google Docs. That's going to be similar to Microsoft Word. Google Sheets is very similar to Microsoft Excel. And then Google Slides is your PowerPoint presentations. So those are the main ones that you'll use to put work into your folders. So basically, this is how it works. You're going to use this like a homework basket, and for communication. This is going to be your guide on what you do each week. You're going to plug in your scores, your progress, and so on. Okay, you can immediately X out of it, and that's working right now, so my internet's a little slow, but you can X out of it. Everything automatically saves. You can use, if I want that right here, that needs to go in that file, and then leave these out here because you've got your book report form. So here's an example. Let's say you're ready to do your book report. What I would do is leave this template in here, right click it, make a copy, and it's going to make a copy of this, copy of a copy, and then you can rename it. So right click it, rename, and demo student book report. Okay, and I can print it, you can fill it out, you can answer it on a separate sheet of paper, whatever it may be. A lot of my students, the ones that did those last year, printed those out, and then they just either took a picture and uploaded, or they scanned it back in, which can be a little bit more work, and then put it in the appropriate folder up here. If you don't have a folder for the week that you're doing it, be sure to create a new folder. So new folder right here. Okay, so that's about the gist of that. Just remember, these are shared Google. This is a shared Google. I can't even talk folder. So any changes you make changes. Okay, so if you delete your homework folder, it's gone. I'm sure there may be a way to recover it. I just haven't figured out. I maybe haven't spent enough time to figure that out. If anybody knows, feel free to share that with me because it's a little scary because of the auto saving. So it's automatically saving basic almost in real time. So be careful with these documents. Don't delete anything. Just work in them. Okay. You'll be mainly adding to them. I highly doubt you'll delete anything. We're just going to leave it all up. It's also accountability for me as well. If I have a student who's maybe behind, I can go back and look and see at their work and have an idea of what they've been doing so far. Should my principal question the work of my student or whatever it may be? I keep these folders. I'm not going to delete those. Anyway, so if you have any questions about the shared Google folder, just call, text, or email me, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. You're going to notice this is kind of fluid, so it's going to change as the year goes. Some things will get for sure added, but this is about what to expect at the beginning of the year. So anyway, have a great day.